So, Ice Cube, you see the headline from TMZ. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese is in the middle of a storm, and no, this isn't just some regular internet backlash, this is different. This is the kind of fallout that feels like it's rewriting her entire narrative, live in real time, while the cameras are rolling and the headlines keep changing. Because what started as a dream rookie season for one of the most recognizable names in the WNBA is now being drowned out by missed opportunities, canceled deals, and a public perception that's getting harder and harder to fix.
This is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors.
It all came to a boil when Ice Cube, yes, that Ice Cube opened his mouth and made it crystal clear. The multi-million-dollar deal he was dangling for women's basketball, it wasn't for Angel. It wasn't even close. That kind of check, that kind of faith, that was reserved for Caitlin Clark. And just like that, the mask came off.
Caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week. And the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon.
This wasn't just about basketball anymore. This was about business, about branding, about what sells and what doesn't. And in the cold world of endorsements and visibility, Ice Cube drew a line in the sand, and Angel wasn't on the side she thought she was. Before this moment, Angel Reese was everywhere. Reebok was putting her face on billboards. She was at award shows, on magazine covers, trending after every game.
To Miss Angel Reese, she's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap.
Her nickname, the Bayou Barbie, had become a brand in itself. Her swagger, untouchable. Her confidence, infectious. But somewhere between the hype and the headlines, the cracks began to show. Because while Caitlin Clark was packing arenas with Indiana fever, breaking TV records and rewriting the stat sheet, Angel's momentum began to stall. Her team, the Chicago Sky, couldn't match the buzz.
Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over. CC with MJ. CC get treated like MJ in the rack. Oh my God.
And when Caitlin rolled into Chicago, a city Angel had boldly claimed as her own, she didn't just win the game, she won the narrative. Fans flooded the arena to see Clark. Reporters focused their lenses on her. Social media exploded with clips of Caitlin sinking threes and leading her team like a seasoned vet. Angel? She didn't play. Officially, she was listed as day-to-day, but speculation took over.
No, but it was business. That's all it is, business. Y'all gonna make it personal though.
Was it strategy? Was she benched? Was it a back injury? Or was she trying to avoid the storm? Because let's be real, no one wants to be outshined in their own city. And when that game ended with Clark and the Fever walking away with the win, it felt like something had shifted permanently. And that's when Ice Cube's words dropped like a hammer. In a matter-of-fact tone, he explained the logic behind his massive $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese was not going to be able to bring in the amount of eyes for the sponsors and for the league for him to justify that offer.
She brings value. She brings eyes. She sells out games, boosts ratings, drives jersey sales, and moves the needle like no one else in the league right now. That deal, it wasn't about kindness. It was about business. And Caitlin Clark is good for business. But Angel, that's where it got real, because while her name still draws attention, brands aren't just looking for viral moments. They want longevity. They want trust. They want numbers.
And Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs.
And that's where Angel's story started to unravel. Behind closed doors, companies began to hesitate. Deals that once felt guaranteed started to disappear. The marketing buzz that surrounded her like a spotlight, it began to dim. Campaigns were shelved. Spokespeople went quiet. Angel wasn't trending the way she used to, and in the corporate world, that means one thing: pause.
Wow, I'm not sure any other single, outside of just the pure numbers that we keep showing people, literal numbers.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's star kept rising. On the court, she was electrifying. Off the court, she was calm, humble, marketable, and most importantly, she wasn't surrounded by drama. She wasn't arguing with opponents every game. She wasn't caught up in side stories or sideline antics. She was just showing up, putting in work, and letting the results speak. And when fans compare the two, it's not just about stats, it's about image. Caitlin comes off clean, polished, professional. Angel, she's raw, she's emotional, she's bold, but in the world of brand deals, raw and emotional can be risky.
Ice Cube, because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark.
and risky doesn't always get signed. So when Ice Cube said that Angel wasn't getting the deal, that she wasn't even being considered, it wasn't personal, it was business. But it hurt, because it meant the gap was no longer just on the scoreboard, it was in wallets too.
I mean, outside of the fact you can't even get half the amount of people inside of LSU arena.
And Angel felt it, because losing a game, that's one thing. Losing millions in brand partnerships, that cuts deeper. That affects your team, your family, your future. And make no mistake, Angel Reese isn't just losing money, she's losing control of her story, of her momentum, of the perception that once made her unstoppable.
Understand your place sometime. Look, they talking about Caitlin Clark took over Angel Reese's trap. See, this is why you don't need to keep trying to take shots at her. She took the city over.
She came into the league as the face of a new generation, the one who dared to taunt, to flex, to be unapologetically herself, and for a while the world loved it. But attention is a double-edged sword, and the same spotlight that lifts you up can also burn you out. That's what we're seeing now. A league that once needed Angel's fire is now rallying around Caitlin's finesse.
Ice Cube, they're about to come and get Ice Cube. We know how this works. It won't be long.
And as that shift happens, Angel is left wondering, how do you stay relevant when the headlines move on? That's the question now. Because this isn't about who's more talented or who has the better jumper. It's about who brands trust, who the league wants as their ambassador, who the media wants to plaster on the front page.
I go, the queen of the rack. The biggest Barbie.
Angel still has what it takes. Her presence is undeniable. Her story, her style, her grit, it's all there. But if she wants to keep her place in this fast-moving world of women's basketball, she needs to evolve fast. That means playing through the noise, shutting out the distractions, showing up on game day, not just in post-game interviews. The flash? It's fine. The flair? It's part of who she is.
Lads, Angel Reese is currently about to be suspended.
But the foundation has to be basketball. Pure, focused, hard-fought basketball. Because fans can love your personality, but they stay for your performance, and right now Angel has to give them a reason to stay. She has to remind them why they fell for the Bayou Barbie in the first place. Not just because she's stylish or because she knows how to go viral, but because when she steps onto that court, she dominates, she competes. She plays like her future depends on it, because now it just might. So here we are. Angel Reese, once the most talked about name in the league, is now at a crossroads. One road leads to redemption, to refocusing, to proving the world wrong and becoming the superstar she was born to be. The other, it's darker. It's filled with what-ifs and almosts. With canceled deals, lost faith, and stories of potential that never reached its peak. She has a choice, and she has a chance. Because this story isn't over. But the next chapter, that's on her. The lights are still on, the cameras are still rolling, and the world is still watching. So what's it gonna be, Angel?